EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me. And that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless. Any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. "38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They hand off to their big tight end. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Lead it forward.
You forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage that won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. Fighting it. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
Yeah, we're down, boys. We're down.
The return guys think to themselves, when I get the...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
You look at this Bears defense.
Well, they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Now on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bears take over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Farley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Fields. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit.
David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Fields going to get that outline to Mooney.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
He'll buy some time right. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
They'll run on 1st down. Farley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
With the Bears at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in pretty desperate here for a win.
And think about this too, partner. We have not heard the dreaded vote of confidence yet from management. So when a team's 0-5, everyone starts wondering about their jobs. Will they still have one? That's coaches on down. They've got to find a way to throw that out of their minds and band together and play better football.
On 2nd down, Farley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. Farley, 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Farley.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they let this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Farley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Fields throw here into the hands of Moore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Gibbs.
And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now done for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Lions 17. Bears nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. First down, Farley.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On second down, here's Fields. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've You've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Johnson running left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields. Well, that's going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
117 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
There he goes, right side.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Done good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
A fake there on the jet sweep as it's Fields off play action.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Williams, the man in motion left.
Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
Trying to find Caldwell, but it's intercepted. And shutting him off now, open field. And he will bring it back. pocket. Interception, return for a Lions touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive. .25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here in this team.
Let's help them extend their lead. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Three quarters in the books.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery.
And this will line up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
On 2nd down now, Farley. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's to the 10.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They're facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw on second down. Shirley.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Goff going to shift him around.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Third and 4.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's Christopher Dunn now for the field goal.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Caldwell to return.
This taken in right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now a give, right side. Snow. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21.
And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they throw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean,